We are live now, sir. I'm pinning your time.
Sure.
Naturopramana, a yoga jignasa, the exclusive sessions on yoga and naturopathy by the eminent speakers of naturopathy across the country on the occasion of International Yoga Day 2023 by Team Jignasa. Let me introduce you what is Jignasa. Empowering Ayush students from campus to community, becoming a bridge between Ayush students and policymakers as well as administrative authorities. Connecting every aspect of Ayush, including students, academicians, practitioner scientists, industries, and hospitals under one umbrella. Think globally, act locally. In last 2 decades, our efforts to strengthen Ayush education system and boost confidence among Ayush students, Jignasa initiated various programs in different parts of the country, from the grassroots to international platforms through discussions, study circles, seminars, workshops, and conferences. Few initiatives undertaken by Jignasa include study circles, lecture series on specific topics, free medical camps, social health status survey, hands on training workshops, conferences to explore and learn unique aspects of Ayurveda, interaction with eminent Vaidyas and academicians, brainstorming sessions with Ayush stalwarts, policymakers, and key stakeholders of Ayush systems, National Arogya Expo and International Conference, national level seminars, medicinal plants visits, pharmaceutical visits, agitations for the demands of Ayush student community, private internship program for interested students to learn with the acharyas, interaction with traditional healers and visitors to explore regional flora, online mock tests, social awareness campaigns on various issues. Campaigns for the promotion of various concepts of Ayush systems for social welfare. Example, Swarnabindu Prashana camps, group Surya Namaskara, and yoga competitions, etc. Free healthcare assistance to people through local governing bodies, through natural calamities and accidents, with and many more. Now, with no time lag, let us enter into the interesting sessions by Dr. Punit Raghavendra Sir, Principal at Inepoya Naturopathy and Yogic Science College and Hospital, former Associate Professor at Alvas College of Naturopathy and Yogic Science, Mudavitri, former Deputy Director TSYNM S. Vyasa, deemed to be University at Jigni, Bengaluru, former Medical Officer Government Yoga and Nature Cure OPD CHC Putturu. Author of Minpuli Katha Junge, published by Karnataka Arebashe Samskriti and Sahitya Academy, Government of Karnataka. I invite Dr. Punit Raghavendra sir to start his session. Dhanyavad.
Yeah. Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. You
So
are
no question. I hope the screen is visible, right?
No, sir.
No, not yet.
No, no, sir.
No, because I given the complete. Just a minute, I'll recheck again. Share screen. And how about now?
No, sir, not yet.
Not yet. Issues. Sorry, quiet issue there is. I guess I'm not able to share here. Share screen. Planning for the entire screen.
Sir, it's visible now, sir.
It's visible right now. Sure.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I think, shall I start here? Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Very thankful for this opportunity. Very good evening to all dear friends. So currently the time is exactly 5:15, and don't worry, we'll wind up at exact 5:55 without delay before 6 o'clock, because I always know who is the best teacher, who leaves the classes early, as well who takes the maximum leaves for the colleges. No, he's a very good teacher for the students. So for a day today, I want to become one of the good teacher for you. That's fine. Best dears. So today's topic we are going to discuss on the yoga and naturopathy in personality development. In prior entering into the topics, I would like to bring your kind attention. See, until now, since the year 2014 and the 15, the yoga as well the naturopathy, they were in just a form of the system of the medicine and for the practitioners, and only for the few people, not for the all. That's only for the those who are interested. Actually, in prior to that, in before the 2000 years, almost at that period and all, when we think about the yoga came into the practice, that's only for the sannyasis. Okay, only for the sannyasis, those who want to come out of all kinds of the mental pleasures, the mental agitations, or those who want to attain the completely moksha. But for such a people, it was there. So generally we call that yoga for sannyasi. But as the time passed, the yoga has been developed for the samsari also. Those who are the familiar people, because in order to reduce their mental stress. Not only the stress, for as well the physical and then the all other, what you're going to discuss in the next. So since 2015 onwards, the word they found the best medicines for relaxing the mind, to calm down the mind, as well to improve the personality. We have the best of the medicine is the yoga on a monk. So you can simply say that. So there are the various techniques. You can say that the allopathy has been very much developed. Even in yoga, Ayurveda, we have multiple herbs. Even there is a homeopathy. Even there is a Siddha medicine. But what is the reasons for the existence of yoga as a one again? See, it's very simple. Yoga is that which is treats through the mind, because the every disease arises from the mind, not from the physical body. That's what we call it as an chitta. That's why Yoga Vasistha beautifully says, Manohi jagatam kartrah manohi purushasmritaha manakritam kritam chittaha na shariram kritam kritam. So your mind, that which is generates, that which creates the chitta. What do you mean by chitta? In general, we can say that chiti chittaha, chintati anena iti chittaha, chiti chittaha. Chintati, that which makes you to think. So it's very simple. To among you, the student, I can say the everyday morning. Let's a simple example I'll give you. Being from the yoga background, most of the student, if I say that we have to wake up in the morning by 4 o'clock every day for the yoga practices. 1 or 2 days it will be very interesting, but later it will be very difficult. And all the people, you know that because you don't want to leave your sweet sleep in the morning, so they will feel morning at 4 o'clock waking up is very difficult. But ultimately, if I announce you, you have to wake up at 4 o'clock for 1 week continuously, because we'll be having a tour to various places. One day we may go to the Wonderlaw in Mysore, another day we may go to the Bangalore, another center, like this way. So at that moment, waking at 4 o'clock is not a difficult for you, right? So that's how the yoga came into the existence, in order to treat the chitta. What makes that is difficult or bad, the difficult or the easy, that's from your chitta itself. It's like how you write the exams, right? While you're writing in the exam, if you know the answers for all, you'll say that, oh, exam was very easy. For the same question, you don't know the answer, then the exams becomes the difficult. Other than that, the question did not change, right? So like that way, yoga as well along with the naturopathy, they came into the existence in order to strengthen our mind. So among, in prior to, in continue, we'll go for understanding about the personality in short into the development. See, because personality is a dynamic organizations within the individual of those psychophysical systems that determine his unique adjustment with the environment, said by the Alford in 1948. So personality is a dynamic organizations where, in simple, I can say that it is a unique adjustment with the environment, whether you can adjust with the society or not. So very simple, I can say, most of you would have been experienced in your life when you're changing the stream for from plus 2 to next to enter into the Ayush streams in various colleges. Till plus 1, plus 2, you were at your home. Then after the home, you moved to the hostel. But when you enter to the hostel, few people found very difficult, because you are not getting the homely food, homely environment. And some other may be too exaggerated in the hostel. So I too will say that, because when I went to the hostel, we were enjoying in the hostel. The reason, because mom will not be there to wake up in the morning saying that you have to sit and read. Father will not be there in the hostel to wake up and to scold there. So it's like, don't use maximum mobiles, right? And if suppose if you are there shouting in the hostel, shouting in the home, the neighbor uncle will come and shout what you're screaming here, and what how much you're playing there, right? So you have to get him adjusted there. But how it is possible to adjust? Because of your personality, and how you can easily go with whether it is interested for you or non-interested for you as well. The personality is that which permits a prediction of what a person will do in a given situations. That is called as personality. Whether you are able to cope up with, whether you will be adjust with, or whether you will be run away from that situations. This all will be designed from your personality, because personality has been some more characters like the what is it, reserved personality, attention seeking personality. These are the various types, but however I have taken generally with the personality. But what do you mean by personality development? See, this personality also influences what we think, our beliefs, our values and expectations. Okay, so this completely influenced what you can say a comprehensive the matches what you can see every individual's life. Okay, as a student I can say, suppose when you join for the new courses, you all are into the Ayush stream. After completions of the +2, when you joined into the Ayush directly, the first year subjects will be very commonest is anatomy, right? So what happens in once you see to the anatomy, when you go for the dissections part, huh? Until you joining the Ayush stream, you would have been very happy. Oh, there is one dissection of the cadaver. So where only the this is allowed only for the medicine student, not for all. So that we will be happy for that, right? But after entering into the dissection room, a cadaver on the table, what we have been taught. So that's a different, right? So few people will be getting nausea, few people will be getting giddiness, few people will be feeling difficult in the abdomen, and few many people would have been fainted also, right? See, when we are in the college period, we would have been do the same thing. We always be standing behind our all the students friends because we should be ready those who are fainting down. Okay, so this is how the personality is that which is influences what we think and the values and the expectations. How the values and expectations at the entrance time, it was a very difficult as well. The our belief, you have to study because one of the major subjects to outer medical field, that is a value. And what is the expectation? Getting the good scores. That's how the personality has been developed for you from the ground level personality. You would have been seen in the parents would have been told, my daughter is my son, my daughter is she's very hygienic. She don't want to miss any mud. She is not expecting. She has been very careful. The hand should not be muddy and all. But when you're entering into the cadaver, I mean the when entering into the anatomy museum, so such an hygienic did not disturb you, right? Because you are using the gloves and beyond the expectations, you have to work there. So that is called as personality development. So this personality development is very important issue for students as well. Okay, that starts developing since birth, but it assumes great importance during the adolescence when the reorganizations of the personality takes place. What does it mean? See, when you being in the childhood, you are taken into the first standard, second standard, third standard, and to the fourth standard till the high school. You don't know what to study and why to study, moreover, right? Simply the teacher will come and teach you, parents will send you to the college. That's how you'll be studying, and your goal was only to score a good marks. Until the SSLC, this was the same. But after the SSLC, then you have been started thinking something new. What is that new? What you want to be in the future? Few might have been taken as a feature that want to become a doctor. Some people under the doctor, some other specializations. Some people may be looking for being a teacher. Some people may be looking for an engineer, whatever, right? So that's everything when it is goaded, when it is during the adolescence. So that's why the personality development is very essential. Why this development is essential? Just to imagine your life, you are continuing the in the Ayush stream or in the graduations, like how you studied in the first standard. It's not at all possible, right? In first standard, just you will go attend, you'll laugh with the teacher, write something, then you'll get the pass mark, then you'll go to the second year. The same thing will not happen in the professional courses. If you go to the Viva, in the external, when they ask question, just you laugh against them means what they will do, will send you off. Then your career finished there itself. Your course will not continue, right? So that's what it's a development is a very essential in order to rapport. Furthermore, it is very much being a doctor. Okay, I always say to my dear medical students, why it is very important. See, The personality is like how you cope up with all the people, how you getting adjusted. Because who is the best doctor? He is not the just giving the good medicine, because always medicines will not work. Many times, how you speak with the patients, how you discuss with them, how you convince them, that is very, very important. Especially even in any system of the medicine. I won't say only into the Ayush, any system of the medicine. You have to guide them to take the medicine, or else definitely they won't guide. Suppose a patient comes with the diabetes, you say them you take only this medicine, just because of the medicine, nothing is going to work, right? So you have to convince them. Moreover, you have to think what is their mindset, how you will learn when your personality developed. How it is develops? By maintaining the good rapport, right? How it can be taken over? That helps by the yoga. So, what's the role of yoga? Yoga mainly has the 5 level development. They are the physical, mental, intellectual, emotional, and social level of the development. So the personality comes with the intellectual, emotional, and the social levels. Even physical and the mental are the secondary. The primary is the intellectual, emotional, social levels. All these levels are very, very important for a student or if every individual to be personally healthy. Okay, all these I hope you are very clear. These 5 are very important, because physically you should be fit, mentally also be fit, intellectually also be fit, emotionally to be strong, as well socially you should be, I will use the word called as a versatile here. Versatile is nothing but the easily mingling, getting mingle with all, discussing with all, adjusting with all. That's very important, right? Even in the hostel, you would have been seen when your friends are not getting adjusted with you, or you are not becoming adjusted with them. Automatically ask with the you'll be different rooms in the hostel. The classroom, you would have been one close friend. When you're not getting adjusted, automatically you'll be changing another person's. Many times you will not be adjusted in the college. I always see the many student at the end of the year, they'll come and ask, sir, this course is not adjusting for me, let me shift the other college. Why? Because of the social adjustment also will not be possible. So that's why yoga has a major role in physical, mental, intellectual, emotional, and the social levels of the well-being in on the personality development. Fine. So before entering into the Ashtanga yoga, just I will have a small introduction into this yoga. See, this personality development has been not yet considered only recently. I will say you, this personality development, it has been taken even from the Bhagavad Gita since the time of Kurukshetra. Not only that, even during the Ramayana, the personality development would have been started. From then, because, so what is the personality development during the Ramayana? What I can say that Lord Rama, so he has to work along with the monkeys, right, in order to get back his wife Sita. Suppose, just to think, if he would have been work like, okay, I'm a human being, but why I want to take away help from the animals? That's also monkey animals. If he has been taught that, definitely the good rapport would have been not be done. That is the one way, right? So come back to the Dwapara Yuga through the Krishna. See, in Krishna, along with the Arjuna, so Arjuna has been depressed, meeting everyone in the battlefield, right? He did not continue the work. That means he stopped there. But anyhow, Lord Krishna, he uplifted in order for the personality development. Why? We're strengthening by him emotional strength. So through which, just imagine, if the Kurukshetra would have been never happened, what would have been the result? There would not be no value for the Mahabharata itself. The value for the Mahabharata is from the Kurukshetra itself, right? So since then, what I mean to say, the control of the mind as the personality development was the difficult from the time to time. Let me call the simple use the word called as a patience here. Personality always have the direct connections with the patience, right? So how? Let's make it in this way. When you are in the young age, you would have been seen. Most of you all are 2000 onwards kids. So when you are in the young age, there was no mobile phones in the home, right? There was only the landline. When the landline was not there, as a what you used to do the phone call. There is a trunk call. Guys, you would have been never seen a trunk call, forget. So there was only the land phones in the home. There was not a mobile. When the landline rings, you'll be run away from your room. Even it may be 100 meter at the 10 meters distance. You will go till there, you will receive the call, you speak to them, then you'll come back. But nowadays the mobiles will be in your hand, and when it is ringing, still you feel very difficulty to receive the call, right? Or the mobile would have been kept on the table, you are there on the bed. When the mobile rings, you feel, ayo, it's very difficult to wake up and go to near to that mobile to take it back, pick the calls, right? Why? So these all are the loss of the patience in the mind. So this everything impacts on the our personality. So in order to strengthen the improve the personality development, we should consider yama and niyama, the rules and the regulations. You can call it as the internal and external disciplines. So that's why Maharishi Patanjali mentioned in the 8-step method. So they are yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. So make it very clear. You cannot go to the asana directly. You cannot go to the pranayama directly, or you cannot reach the samadhi directly. This is how you are expecting you have to complete the your bachelor degree without studying the primary standard. Not right. You have to begin from the first standard only. First standard, second standard, then you completing the PU. Whatever the subjects which are relevant to the medicines that you have been studied in the plus one, plus two, what we call the PCB, physics, chemistry, biology, then only you have been entered. So like that way, yama and the niyamas are have the major roles. How? Let us discuss one by one. Okay, very shortly. Yamas, they are 5 in number. They are the Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, as well. Shaucha, Santosha, Tapa, Swadhyaya, Ishwar Pranidhana. These are the Niyamas. So first I will be taking for you the non-violence, Ahimsa. Maharishi Patanjali in the Yoga Sutra beautifully says, what do you mean by Ahimsa? Ahimsa pratishtayam tatsannidho vairatyagaha. The meaning says that by practice of the non-violence, the abundant hostility occurs in his presence. Vairatyagaha, the enemies are destroyed when you practice the ahimsa. So, you might have been heard the story of the Caesars, Julius Caesars. Sorry, not in the Julius Caesars. That's one more in the Roman story. So where you could have been heard, it's like poor man. He was thrown into the forest. In the forest, he was taking care of a one lion, feeding them. After some times, he has taken back to the city. But in city again, king catches him, put him back to the lion. But at that time, lion will not eat him because he has saved it, right? So that's why that is the ahimsa pratishtayam tatsannidha vairatyagaha. By establishing the ahimsa, non-violence, you are getting the everyone as an friendliness around you. Okay, so now the question is nothing but the what do you mean by ahimsa? That's very very must, because all people we say that I am purely vegetarian, so that I am practicing ahimsa. No. Okay, I'm not killing a single animal. Even one mosquito comes out. So last day I had one patient along with me. So she has a multiple 2-3 itches in her foot. I asked, what is this? She said that is a mosquito bite. I said, if the mosquito is biting on the foot, you should hit it back. And say, no, sir, I'm not killing the mosquitoes. Then what you will do? Then she said, sir, I'm slowly go out in the home and I'm standing there. Then when the mosquito goes out, then I'll come inside and close the door. Does that is one ahimsa? No, that's only not ahimsa. Okay. Beyond that, what is beyond that? Beyond that, ahimsa is not making others to be feel sad just because of us. Okay. Suppose how a student must practice the ahimsa. I'll give the best example here. Our teachers, what is the guru's expectations? He will never ask student should pay him much. Never, right? The teachers will be always expect only one thing. My student has to score the good marks. If you are not scoring the very good marks, then automatically teacher will be the very sad. What we can see in I am from SDM. My guru Dr. Balkrishna Shetty is the biochemistry sir. Whenever result comes, most of the students they will go and stand in front of sir. We have got the good marks. So the few students will say that, oh, sir, I have been failed in one subject, that's in biochemistry. Then the student lectures will be feeling very sad, right? So making others to be feeling sad, so that is called as violence. Okay, so that's also called as violence. So let us not practice this kind of the violence. Let's practice the ahimsa. So the once you practice the ahimsa, that becomes to the no enemies around you. That helps for the personality development. Along next is the satya, truthfulness. Satya pradishtayam kriya phalashrayatvam. By practice of the satya, whatever you say, that's come to the truth itself. Because you're saying itself is the truth, no? So let's take the example of the truth potato. So what you'll say, you have to love yourself. Most of the people will say that, oh, I'm not beautiful, right? That's why most of the the girls, they will go to the beauty parlor. That is for why pedicure, manicure. Does it mean they are not beautiful? They all are beautiful, right? Including ourselves. We all are beautiful. First, we have to accept I am beautiful. Until unless you are not accepting yourself, then how you can expect others has to accept you, right? So that is a satya. Satya pratishtayam kriya phalashrayatvam, because you're saying the truth itself. So once you say the truth, automatically that becomes to the true itself. Next is the asteya, non-stealing. What the sutra says here? Asteya pratishtayam sarvaratnopasthanam. Asteya is a non-stealing. By practice of the non-stealing, all the precious jewels in the world that comes to you. How it happens? Suppose I am expecting a watch, a Rolex watch, which is in $1 million, but currently I am having a small watch, Titan watch, hardly cost up to 1,000 rupees. I'm thinking what I'm having this 1,000 rupees, well, that's a valuable for me. Automatically I won't expect, no, my friend who has the Rolex watch, I should steal it. The stealing comes when you feel that what I'm having there is no value for that. Then only you'll start stealing. You would have been experienced in the primary schools. You have took a very beautiful pen and your friend asked that, then after 3 days you'll have lost that. Why you have lost? Someone else has been steal you. So that's what it is called as asteya pratishtayam sarvaratnopasthanam. By practice non-stealing, everything comes within you itself. Whatever you have, that is a precious. When you think that itself sufficient for the good personality, right? So that's one more non-stealingness. Brahmacharya, the celibacy. Brahmacharya pratishtayam virya labhaha. Okay. So what do you mean by virya? That is always we ask one questions. What do you mean by virya? Virya is nothing but the semen or the ojas, that is a potentiality or even the modern ways you can call it as the immune system by practice of the brahmacharya. So brahmacharya does not mean only not getting married or not indulged in the sexual abstinence. Not only that. Okay. So brahmacharya means that is the actions like that of the Brahma, that is practicing the regular the celibacy, practicing of the regular structured practices, waking up in the morning, right? Waking up in the morning, involving in the regular activities. This everything consumes them. So that's why you generally call it, oh, brahmacharya means meant only for the female, men. No. So that's why I use the photo of the females also right here. Okay. So brahmacharya comes for the all. So that's why I use the word called a brahmacharini. Once you practice this brahmacharya, so what happens? The potentiality, the ojas, the sperm, the energies that's stored within you. So that is nothing but the immune system. Okay. So the next is the aparigraha, the non-possessiveness or non-greediness. Aparigrahastere janmakatanta sambodha. By practice of the non-possessiveness, you can manifest the reasons and the correct perceptions regarding one's birth. Okay. So what do you mean by aparigraha? Non-possessiveness. Everything is because of mine only. Right? So we have in Karnataka our story of one granny. She has a small hen along with her, the one cock along with her, one chicken. So when there is shouts in the morning, then only she will expect, oh, because of that sun arises, right? So that is the parigraha. Everything because of mine. But what is the result at last? This is like your student expects many times when the parent says this, no? How we all say that in your SSLC, student has scored 98 marks. Then the parents will say, my son has scored 98%. How he scored? He did not slept. He was even did not attended any marriage functions. Throughout the year, he has been involved. That's how he gained the good scores. And just imagine, throughout the year, student has been never studied, and ultimately the result is a 50%, God's grace. Then what the parents will say that my son has been not given the good marks. He was written very well, but teacher has been not given. Then where the mind went, right? So that is what the non-possessiveness. So by this practice of the non-possessiveness, you can gain the good of the mental pieces also. There is one more story of Kanakadasa. One day, this Kanakadasa, his guru, he gives one banana for him. Seeing that, the one day Kanakadasa asked by his guru, who will go to Swarga? Then all will say that some teacher will go, some guru will go. Then all this and all the multiple answers gave. Then when Kanakadasa he says, Nanu hodare hodenu. Nanu hodare hodenu means if I go, then I will go. Then all got stunned. What is this? Kanakadasa he is saying he can go. Now he said that that's not he, the I-ness, Nanu. That's also called as id. Okay. When you leave this I-ness, then automatically you will go. First you leave that I-ness. So that is called as aparigraha. So this is the one of the result what you can see in the personality poorness. What is the personality poorness? Not the development. Personality poorness is nothing but, suppose one of your friend, you may be seeing among your classmates also, even though they don't know much answer, when you ask a question, they will come and say that they have read everything. They don't know very well. But ultimately, they don't know very well. Right? So that is the aparigraha. There is a possessiveness. Okay. Once you leave that everything is because of me, once you leave that, then becomes to the aparigraha. That's also very essential for personal development. Next is the Shaucha, cleanliness. Shaucha swanga jugupsa parera samsargaha. By practice of Shaucha, you are getting the non-interest not only on your physical body but others also, because Shaucha does not mean only the physical cleanliness, mental cleanliness. What is the mental cleanliness? Mental cleanliness is nothing but one student goes and prays with the God. God, if I am failed in exams, also not an issue. But my friend who is my roommate, no, he should not pass. So that is a mental cleanliness, right? Always, you would have been seen in your friends also. So I'll give you the very common one more example, like Indian Bahu and the Sasurni, mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law. Like how one day our daughter-in-law, she was getting always tortured by the mother-in-law. She is praying a God. God appeared in front of her. So God says, what do you want to become in the future? The way you have been called me. So then this daughter says, my mother-in-law is torturing very much to God. So give me 3 boons. But the God gives one more twist there. What is that twist? Whatever you expect, it's a 10 times double your mother-in-law will get. So the first question, okay, this brilliant daughter-in-law, she prays to the God. First, make me the beautiful like the Marilyn Monroe, like that of make me very beautiful. Okay, so she became the very beautiful, and the mother-in-law is double beautiful than her. Then the second question, what do you want? Then she asked, I want 100 crores. Fine. So mother-in-law got the thousands crores there. The third boon. Anybody know the third boon? So the third boon is nothing but she asked, I should get a mild heart attack. Then the da. Mother-in-law gets the heart 10 times the heart attack and she passed away. So ultimately what happens? 1,100 crores come to a beautiful daughter-in-law. So this is the mental hygienist, right? So this is the cleanliness. So cleanliness is very, very important. Once you're loving others, whatever it comes to me. See, nowadays in Karnataka, I would say, they're the free ticket for the woman. Among that, few people I have seen, they take their ticket. And the last day I saw one girl, she was coming with one more old fellow along with. She took a ticket for herself, and the ticket what she received, the free ticket, that give to the another fellow. So that is the mental hygienist, mental cleanliness. So that's very essential for the personality development. The next is the santosha. Santosha dhanuttama sukhalabha. By practice of the santosha, you'll get the highest kind of the happiness. What is the highest kind of the happiness? Happiness remains in you. You can see in this dog. She's happy there. Won't you feel jealousy by seeing that dog? How happily that sleeps. No need to read, no need to study, no need to wait for the food. However, see, happiness is within us. One day, one small girl, she was coming from home with crying. I asked her, why are you crying, dear? She told, Uncle, I got the less marks in mathematics. How much? She told, 99 out of 100. For that, why you are crying? I got 1 mark less. I got only 99. I said, Arey dear, out of this 99, 3 boys would have been very happy. They would have been passed in that subject. Right? So that is a santosha. Santosha dhanuttama sukhalabha. By practice of the santosha, you get the complete bliss, happiness. So make it clear, santosha, you will not get purchased in the shop. You have to gain yourself. Right? The tapas, austerity. Kayendriya siddhi ashuddhikshaya tapasa. By practice of the tapas. See, just see here in this crane, what it is doing, the single leg, bakadhyana, what you call this, single leg. That means tapas. Tapas, what is the tapa is here? To catch the fish. To catch the fish, it has been control the body, control the senses, control the mind. That is what the kaya indriya siddhi. Kaya siddhi and the indriya siddhi, control on the physical body, control on the mind. There may be some other sound would have been heard, but it's not responding. Some smell would have been getting, but still that bird is not responding. So that is called as tapas. Kayendriya siddhi rashuddhikshaya. Mental becomes to the pure. So that's also essential as well. स्वाध्याय self study. Swadhyaya tishta devata samprayogaha. So by knowing our strength, this is what we do during the some of the fasting, like Sankashti. Why you do the Sankashti? To get the good marks. Why you want to get the good marks? Because you are not capable to read and understand. That's all. That's what the Swadhyaya, right? You'll go and pray to the God during the day before the exam. I'll offer you some 100 rupees. God, you give me 80 marks out of 100. Sufficient. But when you see, why you will expect like that way? Because you are not capable to understand. You are capable to remember. So that is why the self-study is important. Swa Adhyaya is nothing but making you to understand your strength and the weakness. That's why in the word in there in Kannada, ಕತ್ತೆಯಿಂದ ಅದರ ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಒದ್ದರೆ ಮರಳಿ ನೀನು ಒದೆಯದಿರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ. Suppose if any when a donkey comes and hits you back, you don't hit it back. ಕತ್ತೆಯು ಒದೆಯನ್ನು ಹಿಂತಿರುಗಿಸಿದರೆ ನೋವಿನ ಬಹುಪಾಲು ನಿನಗೆ ಅಂತ. If it is hitting you back, the maximum pain will be felt by you itself. So you understand whether to hit or not. So that's what the understanding, the strengthening as well the weakness. Next is the Ishvara Pranidhana. So Ishvara Pranidhana is nothing but Samadhi Siddhi Ishvara Pranidhana, complete surrender to the God. Anyatha Sharanam Nasti, when once after receiving the question paper. So that's what you do, right? So that was also, whereas here the complete surrender to the God, it's also very, very essential to understand yourself, to become yourself. That's what the Samadhi Siddhi. So these all characters are very, very essential in order to gain the personality development. So ultimately, not only these yamaniyamas are essential, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, these all are helpful in the development of the personality. Not only these, that's very shortly, that's what it's called the Sthita Prajna, how to gain there. See, Arjuna asked to the Krishna, Sthita Prajnasta ka bhasha samadhistasya keshavaha. What is the state of the Sthita Prajna of a person, the balanced state? So Krishna says, Santoshanudvigna manaha sukeshu vigatasmraha vitaraga bhayakrodha stitadhir muniruchyate. Santoshad anudvigna manaha, the person who is not flying off during happy. Dukkeshu vigatasmraha, sukeshu vigatasmraha, who is not feeling very flying during the happiness or feeling depressed during sadness. Instead, he is taking away from the raga, dvesha, krodaha. You see this happiness in the smiles. Very poor. Few people may be eating here, but still they are not thinking about the money, their family. They are looking itself. They looks that they are very poor people, but they see the happiness in their face. So this is the real developed personality. This is the real developed personality, accepting it is as it is. Okay. The next is the one more small topic. I'll finish it here, the naturopathy, because there's a very shortage of the time here. So we know that. What do you mean by naturopathy? The natural system which are essential for treating the body. Prithvi, Ap, Tej, Vayu, Akash. The 5 Panchamahabhuta, body has been framed with the Panchamahabhutas that are essential to treat. But among that, Arogya, Rakshak, Panchtantra, they have been given by the Venkat Rao. This is very essential for your personality development. One is the 2 meals per day. You know that ಒಂದು ಹೊತ್ತು ಯೋಗಿ, 2 ಹೊತ್ತು ಇಂಡ ಭೋಗಿ. The person who is eating twice, he is the bhogi, the enjoyment. The importance of the 2 meals, that's nothing but the physical fitness. 2 seers of your water per day. So 1 seer is equal to more than a liter. So 2 seers will come up to the 3 liters of the water per day. So the water is very, very essential in order to cleanse the body. Apovai Beshijam, what we call. The water is then one of the medicines as well. The good in digestion, good in excretion, good in elimination. All these are very, very essential by that of the water. So one thing is the water, very good for the personality development along with 1 hour of the exercise. See, what is the importance role of exercise? Exercise to remove the toxins. What we say in naturopathy, accumulation of the morbid matter is the disease and elimination is the cure. But how the elimination happens? The elimination has a three ways: mala, mutra, sweda, either through the urine or through the sweat or through the fecal matter. But how it is enhanced by that of the exercise? Peristaltic movement increases, right? Circulation increases, perspiration increases, as well praying once a day. That's also very, very important because mental hygiene is very essential. At last is a fasting. Fasting is nothing but makes your mind to be strength. How it is a strengthening? Because one is about the change in the BMR, but moreover, other than that, during the fasting, upavasa, you are mentally becoming the stronger, 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 right? Because of this stronger, your personality will be developed. I'll give you the best of the example. Once there in the sea, suppose in the college life, you would have been taught, oh, the afternoon is a lunch hour, I have to go for the food now. But after being a doctor, you would have been seen the doctors will have the food sometime. If they're in the OTs or surgery comes, the food will be there after 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. They won't have the food in between, right? Empty stomach helps you to understand very well, the study well. So that's why these all Panchtantras are also very essential in order to healthy mind as well the healthy body. Ultimately, with this I will end up here. See the yoga, all the Ashtanga yoga as well Arogya Rakshaka Panchtantras, they are very much very essential for the healthy mind in the healthy body, that which enhances the personality development. With here, I'll end up with the sessions. Thank you and open for the questions.
Thank you, Honorable Dr. Puneet Raghavendra sir, for making your valuable time and making us and showing us the importance of yoga and also naturopathy on personality development. Thank you once again, sir. Thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you. Bye bye.